We're making adjustments. We're being flexible. So all we need is that communication back and forth. If you need something, let us know. If you need any help in any way, let us know. And we don't want school right now to be a big source of anxiety. There's already plenty of other anxieties out there right now. We want to help relieve, the school anxiety, but still provide an education and still get through this together.
Woohoo! It's time for positive actions.
Hola. Es hora de acción positiva.
Positiva! Oh my goodness! I'm sending a hug to you, Miss Shema, and to you, Morgan County Scholars. Look, Mrs. Hot and Miss Shema. Guess what? Miss Shema, are you there?
Yes, hi.
Hey, you want to tell the kids we've got something pretty awesome coming up?
Yes, we have something really cool. We were talking with your principal here at the school in Morgan County, and they have really wonderful advice to tell you. They are sharing their routine, their life now, what they are doing, what the positive action that they are using. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. So stay tuned. Coming up on Fun Fridays, boys and girls, on the Daily Positive Action Community Vlogcast, Shema and I are going to talk to your principals. And you know what? They really miss you. They told us so, didn't they, Shema?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Your principals are missing you guys. So coming soon, we have a special interview. Warm Springs Intermediate, the middle school, Paw, Pleasant View, and Mr. NIDA at Berkeley Springs High School. Right, Shema?
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Are you wondering what they've been up to? How about you, Shema?
Yes.
What do you think Mr. Beckman's doing right now? I don't know. What do you think Mr. Cable's been doing? Who's putting the flag up? Want to find out? So tune in on a Friday, guys, because they're talking about you. And boy, they've been really busy, haven't they, Shema?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, here we go.
The positive action for this week is love. And in Spanish, amor.
Here we go.
Woohoo!
It's
time
time
for
positive actions.
Hola, es hora de acción positiva.
Positiva. Good morning, Morgan County Scholars. It is Fun Friday, and we have a special feature for our PAWsome principals. Yay! And you know what? Students and families, today, Mrs. Hot and Miss Shema, we're really excited with our special guest. We have the principal from Berkeley Springs High School. Mr. NIDA, are you there? Can you say hello?
Yep. Hello. Hey,
Hi,
everyone.
guys. Hey.
Yeah.
Now,
Thanks for having me.
awesome. Thanks for Zoom meeting with us.
Oh yeah,
Now,
of course.
I know boys and girls, some of you guys might be 8th graders this year. So this will be your principal in the fall, Mr. NIDA. And we want you guys to get a chance to see he has a great, friendly, positive face. And we want you guys to hear what he has to say that's going on right now for schools. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Shema and I will share the questions. The first question, we kind of want to know about you. How are you doing? Life has changed now. And what's your new routine like, Mr. NIDA? How are you doing with the stay-at-home order and balancing work and school and home? How's it working out for you?
Well, you're right. The routines have both changed. So the work routine, school routine, that's drastically changed, but just life in general has changed as well. As on the school side of things, definitely doing a lot of these Zoom type meetings and trainings that way. Definitely meeting with teachers and doing department meetings on Microsoft Teams. Some of them are Zoom as well. So we used a couple different platforms there. A lot of phone calls with teachers, checking on this and that, but also phone calls to parents and students as well. I'm definitely taking some time to review a lot of student data. We want to make sure that we get all of our students pass their classes, and trying to make adjustments with that. We're trying to be very flexible there, and doing anything that we can just to kind of make sure we get our students through those classes, and especially our seniors who are trying to get graduated. So that's a big one right now. So work routine wise, though, that's definitely what we're looking at. But yeah, staying inside, that's a change. I'm a little bit of a homebody anyway, so I might have managed this as well as anyone. But even a homebody likes to get out and go places here and there. Not being able to do that, that's probably tough all around on everyone. So trying to do things outside around the house as best I can on the weekends and in the evenings. But other than that, it's a change.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for telling us all those things. I didn't realize that. And that's a lot for like the community and families to realize.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to really switch gears and graduate some people and
it's a different platform now. It is a different approach to education, and not only do the students have to adjust, but we have to adjust. Our teachers have to adjust in how we do things and how we communicate and how we touch base. So it's definitely been a change for everyone here.
And how about your staff? Are they doing all right? I mean, I'm sure everybody misses being together, but you have your students that you're taking care of them, but you also have all those great teachers. Is everybody okay?
Yeah, I think everyone's adjusting pretty well. And but you're right, we miss the school setting, we miss the kids, and that's tough. But in conversations, everyone's managed it fairly well, and they're reaching out to kids, and they're doing their Zoom meetings and trying to stay connected, in that sense, and just trying to touch base with everyone. But yeah, I think they're doing pretty well for the most part.
That's good. Awesome. All right, what's next, Miss Shema?
Are there some books or movies you have been reading or watching that you can recommend to your school family? Something that you can...
Oh yeah, of course. I'm definitely a big reader, so I read every day. So book-wise, I think it's really just important that you find the genre that you like. And so since I'm more of a science fiction, fantasy type person, so I think now's a good time, because a lot of those are series. There's multiple books. There's 3, 4, or 5 books in some of these series. I think this is a great time to start a series. You may read 4 or 5 books in a row, but whatever your favorite genre is, that's what I would recommend at this time. But movies wise, with the change in the daily life, so have more time in the evenings, I should say. So have a little more time to do some more reading or watch some things. So some of those really longer movies, you can fit in. Just recently watched all 3 of the Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Those are really long movies, so
yeah, they're long, all right.
It's hard to get one in ever. But since I do have a little more time on the weekends and a little more time in the evenings than I normally would, was able to fit those in. But one thing that I would recommend is that just watched was the show is called The Mandalorian. It's a Star Wars show that came out on Disney. And I don't think that you even really have to be a Star Wars fan to like this show. I thought it was really well done. Story was really well done. The music, everything was pretty good on that show. So that's something that I would recommend for everyone.
Nice. I've been watching, Levi loves movies, and we've been watching things on Netflix and apps. I don't understand the app on the TV.
Yeah.
But yeah, he picks a director and we watch everything by that director. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's neat.
How
It's
about
neat
you,
when you can search on those platforms. You can search by actor and director. I think that's pretty cool that you can do that.
Yeah, last night we watched Cool Hand Luke and with Paul Newman. So that was the first we watched an old one, and that was me. I'm like, hey, let's watch this. And so it's a really good movie. Cool Hand Luke. Have you ever seen it, Paul Newman?
It's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know what Levi said? Paul Newman, isn't that the salad dressing guy? We're like, yeah, and a whole lot of other stuff too.
Big time actor.
Yeah. How about you, Shane? Were you watching some new stuff?
Well, with Itaka, we were watching all the time Toy Story or like old movies of like black and white. They don't talk. It's just like Charles Chaplin, Buster Keaton, or something like this. That's what we watch.
Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's something. Next, I think we're going to watch Gone with the Wind. I haven't seen that in years.
It's a long one too, yeah.
I love it, right? Mm-hmm. They all tease me because I fall asleep as soon as I sit in the chair. Like because I've been cleaning everything, as soon as I sit in the chair, I miss most of the movies anyway.
Oh yeah.
I hope that.
Yeah, if it's too late in the evening, I'm probably going to doze off as well.
Yeah, right. Okay, our next question. Well, you kind of told us that. Are you getting bored at home? I know some of the kids might be getting bored. What about you guys? Y'all bored?
Well, I think it's an adjustment of how to occupy your time.
Yes.
When you used to be able to just get up and just go anywhere at any time, if you got bored, you may do that. You may just go somewhere and do something. So now you do have to occupy your time.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do? And I think everybody's hobbies are different. So you gotta play to that. You gotta play to what you like, if it's available. So again, I do read every day. So that is one of my hobbies. But staying outside and doing the yard work, mowing, doing a little bit of gardening, that kind of thing. So on the weekend, I'm trying to be out if it's nice, if it's not raining, if it's pretty. Definitely playing a lot more family games, doing some puzzles. Yeah, some things like that. Yeah, when you just don't have a lot of time. But now that there is a little bit more in the evening, a little more time, can definitely do some more of those family game type things, like we play in sequence. And actually played a memory game yesterday where you basically just have the cards and then you flip them over and try to make the matches or whatever. I was pretty awful at that.
Look, we did that in the classroom with our positive action words. We made a memory game. Yeah.
Okay.
And then memory, that's a big thing we talk about for intellectual wellness and training your brain. We do that coming up on test season stuff. So
yeah.
That's
we played that one yesterday and I was not very good at it. So I need to brush up on that and practice.
I know. Hey, memory doesn't get any better. I'm 54 and I forget. I walk out the door and I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
So we need practice.
But I definitely think somehow to keep those connections with everyone is important. And if you get bored, you call a family member, call your grandparents, talk to them, someone you haven't seen in a while, message your friends, but also message your teachers as well. So if you need a little help with something or just wondering what's going on or how much time you have left to do something, keep that connection going. And I think that's probably something that's really important right now.
Yeah, even though we can't see you face to face, if we can send you a message and get a message back. That's a connection. That's what we got to work with.
Oh yeah,
right?
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, let's see here.
Next
this is a good question, Seema.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for kids that they're living with their siblings and maybe they get fight or like they're like having like a big conflict? What is the advice that you can give to them for fix this?
Well, I think siblings naturally tend to argue a little bit. I think we've all been there, but definitely I think those are connections as well. And finding something that you like to do with your siblings, balancing that out, working on a project together, solving some type of problem together, something that's going to strengthen that relationship, I think is important as well. Because you're going to be, you put any two people together in a cramped area for so long, and you can get a little agitated probably, but communicate.
Kind of like a high school, right? Kind of like in a high school, you put a lot of kids in one spot.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I didn't think of that. You're like, so parents who are like homeschooling, being the teachers, they're like the principal too, so they have to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So what would you say to mom and dads? I didn't even think about that.
Just those. I think that communication.
Yeah.
Any relationship can be very positive if the communication is strong. So being able to express how you're feeling appropriately is really important.
Good. Thanks. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love your answers. I'm lost, Miss Shayma. Where are we now?
Six.
Students, physical and emotional wellness. You kind of touch base on that because kids are out of their routine right now, and they're, some of them. I know in my house, the teenagers want to stay up till 2 a.m. and they have class at 9.
Yeah.
Can you have any advice from the principal for that?
I do, and what you just said, I think, is a key because we are out of routine.
Yeah.
We got to find somewhat of a new routine because I always feel that any type of routine is best. So breaking up your day a little bit. So you want to still do some of your schoolwork, but I think you should still keep those connections with your family and friends, but also do something for yourself. Work on, whatever hobby you have, do that, learn a new hobby, study up on something that you're interested in. I think it's breaking up your day, but keeping somewhat of a routine, I think, is really important for your emotional wellness. So you also want to include some type of physical activity. You don't have to just go for a jog every day, but get outside and do something and be a little bit physically active. That's going to help both physically and mentally.
Right.
So, the things that I do, I like to share that out. So
okay.
I'm trying to go on a hike if I can. I'm trying to do some type of walking every day, but then also reading, keeping my brain active. So going back to some of the memory games and things that we're playing, but also there's lots of apps on your phone now, games that you can do on your iPad or your iPhone or whatever. And Trivia Crack, it's a trivia game. I think that's pretty fun. That's just an app. It's free.
Great ideas.
And then also do some another app, Words with Friends. That kind of keeps your brain active as well. And I enjoy those types of games. So those are some of the things that I do to kind of keep myself in check and keep my physical and emotional wellness up.
Great ideas. Okay, cool.
So yeah, they're fun.
That's cool. Let's see, the next question. Any advice for families like who are feeling stressed, how they're feeling about the whole world pandemic? What would the principal have to say to that? Because I know everybody's home, so do you have any advice for the whole family unit? Because caregivers come in, moms, dads, grandparents.
Yeah.
What would you say to a whole family?
Definitely hang in there, for now. But I think that's going to be similar to what we've talked about here in some of these routines, but being able to express yourself, being able to do something together. And I think whether that's a game or working outside or whatever it is that you're doing at the house, if you're doing it together, communicating well. But I definitely think there's a balance with everything that's going on. There's lots of stuff in the news and lots of stuff in the media and lots of stuff on social media. And, we tend to, this is a crisis type situation. So we're going to have some anxiety with that. And you want to have some kind of a balance of maybe shielding yourself a little bit from all of that, but still staying in tune and educated on what's going on around you. I think would be important. So that's something I would say to families in general, to balance that. All the social media stuff and all the news stuff, but also still trying to know what's going on at the same time.
That's important. That's really important. And I don't know, I've had a discovery, a surprise at my house since we're home and we don't have to run out in the evenings. We're having dinner and we're going for walks like that. I sort of like the balance being tipped a little bit, that we're home and kind of reconnecting with the people that are in our house. So
yes,
maybe that's happening for others too.
Yes, exactly.
And the next one
What's next here?
What positive action do you see since the pandemic?
One thing that I've noticed is some of the positive stuff on social media. So families are getting very creative with what they're doing together and how they are occupying their time. And it's neat to see what people are posting and what they've been doing during this time, because with all the screens, all the iPads, video games, and TV, and your iPhones, we've kind of been a little bit dependent on those devices to occupy us. And I think during this time, during the pandemic, I think people are noticing that, and I think they're trying to limit that, and I think that's important. I think it's important to limit how much screen time that you have in a day. And I think what I've seen is how creative people are becoming on what they're doing and what they're doing together. So I think that's been very positive.
That's a positive, right? Now, I'm going to ask you, okay?
Right.
So if you could imagine, okay, we're going to, it's a digital world right now, and you kind of just talked about all these devices. So let's pretend that we're at the high school and it's an assembly at Berkeley Springs High School, and you have all of your students, 9th through 12th grade, and you have them all with you right now for this interview. And if everybody's in the room with you, what would you share? What would you say to them to help them get through this? And if you could also, this kind of makes me a little sad. You're not going to see those seniors again. I mean, you had this chance to talk to them. What would Mr. NIDA say?
Well, one thing that I'd say for sure, and this is not just me, but on behalf of our staff, behalf of the school, we miss everybody. We miss our students. We care about them, but we're very proud of what they're doing, and proud that they're still taking their education seriously during this time. So definitely hang in there and know that we're here to work with you. We're here to help any way that we can. We're making adjustments. We're being flexible. So all we need is that communication back and forth. If you need something, let us know. If you need any help in any way, let us know. And we don't want school right now to be a big source of anxiety. There's already plenty of other anxieties out there right now. We want to help relieve, the school anxiety, but still provide an education and still get through this together. But just let us know what you need, and we're going to try to do what we can.
There you go. Is there something we could put like the number for the school here, Mr. NIDA, or an email like that?
We can provide all that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll add that on there too.
Okay.
That's cool. And you know what? I really like what you said, and if I was a student, I was imagining my principal talking to me, is that you said, hey, students, you're doing a good job with this.
Yeah.
You're not alone. That's important too. You've got Mr. NIDA, and you've got your teachers to talk to, but I love how you told them you're proud of them for getting through this. That's beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for that. Anything else you want to add before we go?
No, I mean, I do want to thank you for this opportunity. I think this is excellent.
Cool.
I think it's wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Shayma and I we're gonna see this on the digital world on a Friday.
Okay.
And high schoolers out there and families will be shared. So look for this on your digital media. We have a Positive Action YouTube channel, so If you want to binge watch, you'll find Mr. NIDA.
Okay.
Keep going. Shayla, are you all set?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Thank you so
Good.
much.
See you
Okay.
later.
See you ladies. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I am a positive action kid. That's what I am. That's how I live. I am a positive action kid. That's what I am.